Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Kinston. We want to share with you about a break-in suspect where warrants have now been issued. Last week, police asked for the public's help finding the man who was seen on camera, the image on the right-hand side of your screen, breaking into Tony's Friendly Mart on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard last Wednesday morning. Now, police say they've identified 34-year-old Tobias Jones as the suspect in the break-in, the man on the left side of your screen, and have issued arrest warrants. Jones is wanted for the following charges: breaking and entering, larceny after breaking and entering, injury to personal property, injury to real property. Now, if you have any information on Jones's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Kinston Police Department at 252-939-4020. You can find that number again at the bottom of your screen, or you can reach out to the Lenore County Crime Stoppers line at 252-523-4444. And now we want to highlight another story out of Greenville where a sex offender has now been placed behind bars after failing to register a new address. And Pitt County deputies arrested 30-year-old Deshaun Smith yesterday. Warrants say Smith did not register a change in address with the Pitt County Sheriff's Office. The warrants also revealed that the new address, listed at 600 West Arlington Boulevard, is within 1,000 feet of both J.H. Rose High School and South Greenville Elementary School. Smith was placed on the sex offender registry in 2012 for a sexual battery involving a 12-year-old child. Smith was charged with failing to register a sex offender and 2 counts of sex offender residence violation. Smith is in the Pitt County Jail under a $75,000 bond. And now we want to turn to your weather forecast, where again we're looking at a wet and cloudy end of the week as we wrap up the work week, heading to really tomorrow, Thursday, and the day after tomorrow, Friday. We will maintain again just cloudy and wet conditions, largely due to the fact that this system we're seeing again further back towards the west right now is again working its way towards eastern North Carolina. We'll go through that loop coming up in just a few moments, but here's a look at what satellite imagery is showing. Now, further off to the west, not really a whole lot there. Yeah, we've got a low pressure system drifting out of Iowa and into northern Missouri with a cold front attached to it, but across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, even Tennessee, right now, high pressure keeping those areas fairly sunny and warm. So the cloud cover is doing us some favors. It's keeping our air temperatures a little bit closer to 80 degrees versus 90 degrees. Now, again, here's a look at how it's all going to come together. There's that area of low pressure off to our west that's over the next 2 days going to be working its way across the state. And that slow moving process will lead to extended rain chances through today, tomorrow, and even Friday. We may end up again extending rain chances all the way into Saturday based on this system alone, because it's going to be stalling near the coast. And that's going to again encourage more rain showers and cloud cover for that matter to hang around eastern North Carolina as we wrap up the week. Now here's a look again at the rain showers currently whirling over eastern North Carolina. So far today, it's been fairly light to moderate showers across most of eastern North Carolina, but we have seen again a few downpours starting to get going. We're also again monitoring some more rain activity developing again around the Cape Fear area and extending northward towards Fayetteville. Now, over the next 24 hours, we're likely going to be seeing air temperatures stay well below our average. That is quite nice, but it's understandable when you look outside and you see nothing but gray, cloudy skies and not really a whole lot of a warm breeze to go along with it. Current air temperatures right now across most of the east reading in the low to mid 80s. A few of us still in the 70s. Those areas in the 70s largely due to the fact that, well, we've got rain showers coming down. Now, humidity has increased throughout eastern North Carolina. This has been a factor that we knew was going to happen no matter what we did. It's just one of those things. You can't keep the humidity away from eastern North Carolina forever in the month of August. And this is again proving that point, where dew points currently read in the low to mid 70s. As we head later into the week, again, we'll see these dew points hold steady around this level. They may increase a little bit more tomorrow, but I think by the time we get into next week, that's when we're going to be feeling again not only hotter daytime temperatures, but we're also again going to be experiencing a little bit more in terms of humidity, so it will also feel hotter as well. So again, here's that kind of zoomed out look of exactly what we've got going on. Rain showers and thunderstorms possible as we head into the afternoon and evening. Again, a lot of those showers and thunderstorms are starting to develop, as we mentioned earlier, between Cape Fear and Fayetteville, going to be moving their way northeastward. So that's going to drag most of them across eastern North Carolina. Early tomorrow morning, not a lot of activity over inland areas, but we could certainly see some coastal showers present later on Thursday. I think as we head towards your Thursday afternoon to Thursday evening, that's when we're likely going to be seeing our next round of rain for eastern North Carolina coming up for tomorrow. Now, some morning showers could certainly be in the mix as well. Models have really struggled with this system so far, but it is certainly one that we are going to be keeping a very close eye on. Keeping a close eye on things, we've got the tropics. That X denotes the area of low pressure that the National Hurricane Center is currently tracking. It's about, we'll give it about 200, maybe 250 miles off the coast of Cape Lookout. About a 10% chance of tropical formation over the next 48 hours. Over the next 7 days, it's up to a medium chance or a 40% chance. Now, we also have another system in the deep Atlantic that again has the potential of again becoming a named system over the next 7 days. However, the position of this system is deep in the Atlantic. Right now, more on the west, or really the eastern side of the Atlantic, heading west versus the western side. So that, of course, is encouraging. Anything developing in that zone will likely have a long way to go before it reaches us. And the longer the distance, the more prep time we have, but also the more opportunities there are for that storm to turn and maybe take a path away from eastern North Carolina. Right now, it's certainly one we'll keep an eye on, but nothing, again, imminent that warrants your immediate action. Current rain chances for today up around 80%. We've seen rain so far. We're going to see more rain coming up later on this evening. Heavy rain again expected as we head through tomorrow and potentially even Friday. But those rain chances will start to dip as we head through Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday before we get high pressure back over eastern North Carolina on Wednesday, clearing the clouds out and increasing your air temperatures back up into the low to mid 90s by the time we reach Tuesday, certainly by Wednesday. And that, of course, good news for those of you who love the warmer weather, those of you who have enjoyed the break from the summertime heat. Well, the break couldn't last forever, and the break is coming to an end. But take advantage of these next few days, despite the rain chances, because, again, air temperatures will still be in the low to mid 80s. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. News and Weather Update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a wonderful Wednesday.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Supreme Choice.